Hey everyone, Jeremy here from Best in Tech, and wanted to put this video together. We've been getting some questions about some of the specs that are most important for a laptop, whether you are a business student, engineering student, or looking for a gaming system, whatever the case may be. And what I wanted to do here was to put this video together just to explain a couple of the specs in more detail and hopefully make it easy for you as a consumer to make that decision and find the best laptop for you regardless of your needs. And one of the things you can do is look through this entire post here if you wanted to read in more detail about our selections. But what I wanted to do is just go through some of our top selections here and explain some of the specs, some of the pricing as to why these laptops are priced the way they are, and some of what might be best for you based on your needs and your usage. So the first one to look at would be the Apple MacBook. If we look here, the 13-inch Retina display, 2.3 gigahertz quad core or dual core, Intel Core i5. You're looking at about $1,500 for this laptop here. And the biggest thing to look at when you are looking at a laptop is figuring out your primary usage. If you are really just using the laptop for writing papers, taking to class, maybe some Facebook, maybe some other light gaming, not necessarily anything with huge graphical needs or with a ton of memory usage needed as well, then one of these i5 type systems is probably going to be enough for you. And if you look here at the difference between the i5 and the i7, for example, if you look at the i5, it's $1,500. If you look at the i7, you can get a used i7 and it's going to cost you at least $2,000. A refurb model is going to cost you almost $2,500. So think about that when you are figuring out your needs from a laptop perspective and a usage perspective. The other thing to think about is the hard drive space. 128 gig SSD is probably enough for most usage. Again, if you are using this and you are going to be doing any heavy gaming or have a ton of video files or image files and stored on the machine itself, you'll probably need a larger hard drive. However, if you're going to not be having any crazy games installed on the computer and you will have and use something like Google Drive or any other cloud systems, then a 128 gig or 256 gig SSD is probably going to be enough for you. So think about those things when you are looking and shopping for the best system and the best laptop for you. And then the other thing to look at would be price. If you're looking at a MacBook, you're probably going to be spending a little bit more money than you would on a different machine with very similar specs, and in some cases better specs. So if we look here at the Dell, this was the second one on the list here. This is a very similarly spec machine, and you're getting this laptop for under $900. And this is a great machine here, an i5 again, 128 gig SSD, basically everything you'll need as a student, and probably enough to carry you into when you get started in the professional world as well. So this is another great option here. And then the other one would be the Microsoft Surface Pro. Again, very similar specs, a little bit larger hard drive space, very similarly priced as well. And there are a ton of different options here you can look through. Remember, think about your usage as the user on the actual laptop itself. If you're not going to be doing a ton of gaming and not going to be doing any CAD work, computer-aided design, or any engineering applications, then an i5 is probably going to be enough for you at this point. The other thing to look at then is thinking about usage as a tablet. If you like to be able to draw or doodle or use the system like a tablet more so, then the Surface Pro might be a better option for you than one of the basic laptops like the MacBook or the Dell. And then lastly, thinking about some of the lesser known or smaller tech brands like an Asus here. This Asus ZenBook is actually one of the top specs of the four that we're going through here, and it's priced very similarly to the other three laptops, the other two laptops, the non-MacBook laptops. And you can see here, this is an i7, 8 gig DDR4, 128 gig SSD, plus a 1 terabyte hard drive. So you have a ton of additional storage space here, as well as an i7 processor. And one of the reasons why this is priced the way it is because Asus is not as large of a brand as Dell or Microsoft. So you are getting these awesome specs here and paying a little bit less because it's a lesser known tech brand at this point. Still a huge, reputable, reliable brand, and highly recommended from that perspective as well. So in conclusion, think a little bit about your usage as a consumer. If you are going to be going to class, maybe doing some light gaming, Facebook usage, maybe some picture editing, posting the pictures, or setting up that sending pictures to friends, then one of these laptops, i5, i7, probably going to be more than enough for you. If you are a huge fan of Apple products, then absolutely the MacBook Pro is a great solution for you as well. So if you have any questions about this, feel free to leave a comment. Happy to help you out as I can. Otherwise, take a look through the detailed reviews that we have on the site. And again, let me know if you have any questions. Hopefully this was helpful. And that's it. Thanks. Have a great day.